Hey everybody, so today I'm going to give you an overview of my Grizzy G1023 RL 3-horse cabinet saw. There's some things that I don't like about the saw, there's some things I do like about the saw. So we'll just kind of go through some of those things. I've had the saw for about 6 months now. Ordered it up after having trouble with my old cast iron 30-year-old Shopcraft, so yeah, it was, there's other videos out there on that. So anyway, got the saw. This thing weighs about 500 pounds, and I got delivery service or curbside service from Grizzy, and the gentleman that was dropping it off, I knew he was supposed to do is drop it on the street. And it's a pretty straight driveway, but it's, you know, probably 80 feet off the street, but it's flat, even. And sweet talked him, and he rolled it right up set it inside the garage, still in the pallet, but was able to slide it in the garage. Otherwise I would have to get a pallet jack or look at some other way of trying to get this thing up on some casters and get it moved in within the crate. So went ahead and set up a couple of things that when I set it up I ran into an issue with the fence here on the left hand side, and I'll bring you in here in a second here. I believe the table saw itself bed is flat, but the extension is not. There's a bow. It's not a whole lot, but there's a small bow. I'm even here, I'm even here, but I've got a little bit of a gap right here. Let me pull you in. Alright, so you can, I mean, even there, and I've got, and that's 10 thousandths of an inch out. Now, being this far away from the blade and that small of a mount, I'm not worried about that. I could probably call Grizzy up, and I've heard this has happened to other people, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to make any difference in what I do. So one of the features I thought that was going to be helpful on this saw is actually the blade guard, or the blade has actually got housing on the bottom of it, and then it's got a about a 2-inch hose that goes down and it migrates into the 4-inch on the back side here. You can see where that comes out. So one of the problems that's happened is when I use the regular blade guard or blade cover, periodically I can get some small pieces if I'm doing really thin cuts. Haven't got the zero clearance in. It should be here in a couple of days. I'll get dropping stuff that will drop down in there, or small pieces, and then what it does is it plugs up down there, and it will plug up that hose, and then I have to go through the whole series of getting that cleaned out.
So originally I thought I was going to be able to put everything into one video, and after looking at some of the footage that I have and trying to pare it down, I realized that these videos would get really long, and so I've decided I want to stop this one here. There will be a series of videos after this that will go through some other issues, some of the upgrades that I did to the saw, and we'll go from there. So, see you next time.